Assalamualaikum and hi. We are from Group 4 from class MLG120 and today we are gonna present about our group case study. Here are our teammates. We have Nur Cahaya, Nur FATEEN, AHMAD ADIB, Muhammad ZAIM, and me, HARREZ. And now I'm gonna pass it to FATEEN.
Thank you, AKHTAR. This is the product description that me and Cahaya have chosen. As you can see, there are some highlighted mistakes that we have highlighted by the types. This is some errors that we have identified from product 1. We will explain the grammar, missing word, capitalization, pluralization, spelling error, and punctuation error. Okay, first we have spelling error. The first error that we have identified is before taken, order received, and the corrected version is before tapping, order received. Taken is a spelling error and it's actually not even an actual word, and the correct version is tapping. The second one is pluralization. We have identified two mistakes for this type of error. The first one is any complaint, and the corrected version is any complaints. This is because the word complaint is a singular, and the sentence has the word any, which is plural. And the second error is 1 hours to 4 working days. And the corrected version is 1 hour to 4 working days. This is because hours need to be singular, as the number 1 is a singular number. And the next one is grammar. We have identified 3 errors for this type, and the first one is formate an order with us. The correct version is to make an order with us. This is because formate is not grammatically correct. After for, the verb should be in base form, which is to make. The second one is it helps us to provide. The corrected version is it helps us to provide. This is because the verb help should be changed to helps because the subject it is singular, and singular subjects need singular verbs. And the last one is we are apologize for inconvenience. The correct one is we are apologizing for the inconvenience. Apologize should be apologizing after are, which is a present continuous. And now I'll pass it to Nur Cahaya.
Thank you, Fatin. Alright, moving on to the next slide, we have capitalization. According to English grammar rules, common words such as because, priority, and satisfaction should not be capitalized while they appear in the middle of a sentence. They are neither proper nouns nor placed at the beginning of a sentence, so the correct form is lowercase. The second one is word deletion. The second error involves verb structure, specifically the use of modal verbs. In the sentence, the modal verb can't was followed by the verb was, which is grammatically incorrect. Modal verbs must be followed by the base form of a verb without an additional helping verb. So, the unnecessary verb was deleted to correct the sentence. The third one we have is punctuation. The apostrophe in buyers indicates position. So the sentence refers to buyers in general, making it a plural noun. So the apostrophe is not needed. A comma was placed at the end of a sentence, which violates standard punctuation rules. So it was removed. This is the fixed version of text 1. In this corrected version, the main improvements were made to sentence structure, language accuracy, and punctuation, and also tone. So the sentences was reorganized for a clearer structure, and the information flows logically and is easier for customers to understand. And then we have language errors. It was also corrected to ensure the sentences are grammatically accurate and consistent throughout the text. The next one is punctuation. It is also fixed to avoid confusion and to clearly separate ideas, especially in longer instructions. And lastly, the word choice was also refined to maintain a formal and polite tone, which is appropriate for customer service communication. So, yep, moving on.
Now I'm going to explain about product description too. As you can see, there's a lot of colors from the text. We have red, green, purple, blue, and many more. Those colors represent types of errors that we can find. For example, red as grammar, green as plural error, and purple as word choice error. Moving on. These are the errors that we have identified in product 2. We are going to talk about grammar, pluralization, capitalization, spelling error, word choice, and subject-verb agreement. The first type of error is spelling error. As you can see, the error is color, C-O-L-O-R. And the correction should be C-O-L-O-U-R, color. The original spelling is in US spelling, and the correction spelling is in UK spelling. We want to use the UK spelling to ensure consistency in the text. And the next one we have is pluralization. The first error that you can find is two-side pocket. The correction should be two-side pockets. Two-side pocket is wrong because a number more than one requires a plural form. So the pocket should have an S at the end. And the next error is note for buyer. The correction should be note for buyers. When a note is addressed more than one reader, it must be in a plural form. So there should be an S at the end of buyer. The last error is product. The correction should be products. The original product is incorrect because the context refers to more than one item. The correction products uses the plural form to match the quantity and ensure proper number noun agreement. And now I'm going to pass it to ZAIM.
Okay, thank you, AKHTAR. Okay, now I will explain about the grammar. Okay, the first error that we have found is stretchable design. It should be a stretchable design. This is because without a, it's an incomplete sentence because English grammar requires an article before a singular countable noun. The second error is in emboss at button. The correction should be an emboss button. This is because must use and because emboss starts with a vowel. Okay, the third error is for unstretchable feature is only on fabric, not on waist. Okay, the correction should be the stretchable feature applies to the fabric only, not the waist. For pen, it's not an acceptable prepositional phrase. Okay, the next error is capitalization. The first error is polybag. The correction should be polybag. Only is a single word. The word polybag is not a proper noun, therefore it should not be capitalized. And other than that, we also found subject-verb agreement, or we also say SVA. The first error is well checked. The correction should be thoroughly checked. This is because the original well checked is incorrect because it is an incomplete modifier and does not clearly show the action. The correction thoroughly checked correctly function as a past participle phrase modifying the subject, making the sentence structure complete and clear in relation to the subject. Okay, now I will pass to ADIB.
Okay, thank you, ZAIM. Okay, the next type of errors is word choice. Okay, so error 1, not easy to wrinkle. The correction is wrinkle resistant. Because the original phrase is a clause without a noun modifier, the correction uses compound adjective to modify a noun. The next error is viscosoft. The correction is viscose. Viscosoft is incorrect because it is a non-standard or unclear form. The correction viscose is correct as it is the proper noun for the fabric type. Okay. Okay, so here are the fixed product description too. Instead of going through the entire text line by line, we approach the correction process by categorizing the errors and fixing them. Okay, so firstly, we corrected all spelling errors such as inconsistencies between US and UK English to ensure the language style is consistent throughout the text. Next, we address pluralization errors, especially in cases where quantities were mentioned. Singular nouns were changed to plural forms where necessary to maintain correct number noun agreement. We also face grammar errors, including missing articles, incorrect preposition, and sentence structure issues to make the description more accurate and complete. In terms of capitalization, unnecessary capital letters were removed, particularly for common nouns to follow standard English writing convention. And as for subject-verb agreement, we corrected errors to ensure that verbs correctly match the subjects, which improve clarity and readability. And finally, we refined the word choice by replacing unclear or informal phrases with more precise and industry-appropriate terms, making the product description sound more professional and suitable for buyers. Okay, and now I will be explaining the product comparison errors. Okay, both product description did the same mistakes on grammar, pluralization, capitalization, and spelling. For product one contains numerous grammatical and sentence structure error that significantly affect clarity. Many sentences are awkwardly constructed, making the message difficult to understand. The use of incorrect word forms, spelling errors, and punctuation mistakes reduces the professionalism of the text, and informal and inappropriate expressions weaken the overall quality of the product descriptions. For product 2 shows fewer grammatical errors compared to product 1. Most errors involve pluralization, word choice, and sentence structure, but the meaning remains clear. And despite language inaccuracies, the description is generally understandable, and the text requires moderate proofreading to improve clarity, consistency, and accuracy. Okay, that's it from our group. Thank you.